Sky 7 over the scene of what police are now calling a double homicide.
For the first time, California Governor Gavin Newsom has publicly acknowledged that he is open to a run for the White House.
In LA, homelessness has jumped 16% in a year. Half of Americans living on the streets are in California.
All right, my friends, here we are. Tuesday, June 2nd is upon us, Decision Day in California. And right now, in this once golden state, you have a very unique opportunity. A rare, once-in-a-generation gift from the voting gods kind of chance that the coastal elites, the Sacramento swamp creatures, the legacy media know-it-alls, and the whole Democrat political machine are desperately praying you will sleep through and miss. You, the truck drivers stuck in endless traffic on the 405, the small business owners getting crushed by the highest taxes in the nation, the moms and dads dodging human waste and needles on the sidewalk while worrying if their kids are safe in failing government schools. You have the monumental chance to rescue the Golden State from the one-party Democrat disaster that has turned absolute paradise into a tent city, needle-strewn, tax-gouging, business-fleeing, middle-class, exiling, dream-killing hellscape. This isn't just another boring primary, folks. This is your 2016 moment. Oh, yes, it is. Remember 2016? I remember it like it was yesterday.
Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows, only time.
The pollsters, the so-called experts, the Davos billionaires, the late-night comedy hacks, the entire ruling class crowd were all laughing their heads off. Trump can't win. It's impossible. Demographics are destiny. The blue wall is forever.
People think that Donald Trump is a clown.
Donald Trump is a clown.
I mean, does anybody seriously think that Donald Trump is serious about running for president?
Donald Trump, he's a clown.
But likely moderator apparently believes that Donald Trump is a clown.
They smeared Trump as a clown, a racist, a threat to our democracy. They threw every trick in the book at him, but what happened? The forgotten men and women, the working stiffs, the factory workers, the parents who just wanted common sense rose up in a thunderous roar against the rigged system, against open borders, against job-killing regulations, against the cultural rot eating away at the country, and America started getting great again. Well, Californians, especially you hard-working folks in LA County, the Inland Empire, the Central Valley, the Central Coast, this Tuesday is your earthquake. This is your loud, clear rejection, an opportunity to do that, of decades upon decades of pure, unadulterated failure. This is your chance, our chance, to stand up and say enough is enough. We're taking our state back. Let's go back in time for a minute because history matters, my friends. For 20 straight years, Los Angeles suffered under Democrat Tom Bradley from 1973 all the way to 1993. It was 20 years of one-party Democrat leadership. The city was reeling from the 1992 riots and the Northridge earthquake. Crime was exploding, businesses were fleeing, and the streets were getting worse. Then, in 1993, Republican Richard Riordan took over. What did Riordan do? He backed the men and women in blue. He added police officers. Crime plunged. The year before he took office, over 1,092 murders in L.A. By his final year in 2001, down to around 654. So overall crime dropped dramatically. The streets got safer, businesses decided to stay, and optimism started to return. He left Los Angeles better than he found it, after cleaning up the mess left by 2 decades of Democrat rule. Now, on the state level, the last Republican governor was Arnold Schwarzenegger, serving until 2011. Back then, homelessness was not this apocalyptic crisis we see today. The state wasn't bleeding residents and businesses at record rates to Texas and Nevada and Florida and Arizona and frankly anywhere but here. California still felt like the Golden State with real opportunity, innovation, beautiful beaches and mountains, of course, and that California dream that drew people from all over the world. Now, look around you. Decades of unbroken Democrat one-party rule have delivered pure catastrophe. Right in this state in Los Angeles, Karen Bass promised to end street homelessness, 100% by 2026. They've spent $24 billion statewide. Audits tell us clearly that there is abundant waste and fraud and untrackable dollars that they don't even care about clawing back or where they went. What do we have? We have tents everywhere. We have needles on sidewalks. We have inside safe. A revolving door. Move them in, move them out. Right back to the streets. When a reporter recently pressed Bass on why she hasn't delivered, Bass looked him in the eye and said, quote,
"You said that your goal was to end street homelessness in LA by 2026. It's now 2026.
And we haven't ended it.
We have not ended it, and we're not close to ending it. How are you so off?"
Well, basically, when I said that, it was at the beginning of my term. I am very committed to achieving that goal. I didn't anticipate some of the bureaucratic barriers that I would experience, but I am prepared to take those on now.
And get this, folks. Bass thinks the big solution to homelessness is taxpayer-funded dentures for meth heads. That's right, she actually said, how many unhoused people you meet have no teeth at all? Because meth rots your teeth.
How many people who are unhoused that you meet have no teeth at all? They don't have teeth. Why? Because meth rots your teeth.
You can't succeed without teeth.
You can't succeed without teeth. So there needs to be comprehensive health care provided to people.
So her brilliant plan, give the tweakers new choppers so they can smile their way into a job. I mean, folks, it's been decades of this, and it keeps getting worse. How much more proof do we need? After 20 years of Tom Bradley, after another 15 plus years of full Democrat control in Sacramento, after billions wasted and promises broken year after year after year, when are we going to stop rewarding failure? This effort to avoid accountability, this is the arrogance of these Democrats, by the way. After years in Congress, after all the big talk, after billions poured down the rat hole, Bass admits she didn't know it would be so hard. Folks, that is disqualifying. That is the sound of a politician who has run out of excuses but still wants 4 more years to keep failing you. That is exactly what one-party rule produces. Excuses and grift and more taxes and fewer results and zero accountability. And everywhere you look, whether the Democrats running for mayor, or the 50 of them running for governor, it seems, their big pitch is the same. We have experience in government and my Republican opponent doesn't. Let me translate that for you. We have a record of spectacular failure, and for that, we deserve a promotion. And yet, even as President Trump has been cleaning up Washington, D.C., declaring a crime emergency, deploying the National Guard, surging federal agents, and helping drive the national murder rate to its lowest level in over 125 years, the Democrats here in California still want to blame Trump for their own disasters. Give me a break. This mess is 100% homemade in Sacramento and Los Angeles. Just imagine what Trump-style policies could do right here in California. Drill, baby, drill. Unleash American energy production. Cut the ridiculous regulations and green mandates that are strangling our refineries, driving them out and closed, jacking up gas prices to $6, $7 a gallon. Families could actually afford to drive again instead of choosing between filling the tank and buying groceries. On crime, back to blue. Surge law enforcement. Stop the revolving door policies and Prop 47 nonsense, just like Trump's done nationally and in D.C., where homicides have plummeted. California could finally get safe streets again instead of needles, tents, and smash and grabs everywhere. That arrogance and that excuse-making is exactly why today's jungle primary is so dangerous for every California voter. Let's just look at the latest polls, and I'm being fair here, naming every one of them so you know exactly where we stand. Emerson College poll, just days ago, May 27, 28. Xavier Becerra at 28%. Tom Steyer at 22%. Steve Hilton at 21%. Chad Bianco at 12%. Another poll, UC Berkeley IGS, Becerra 25%. Hilton 21%. Steyer 19%. Bianco in the 11 to 13% range. One more, PPIC survey from mid-May, a little older, Becerra 23%, Hilton 20%, Steyer 15%, Bianco 13%. So Becerra is locked in for first. The fight for that second spot is a knife fight inside the margin of error. Now, here is the uncomfortable, merciless math of California's jungle primary. Top 2 advance, no matter the party. Republicans are only about 25% of registered voters. The total conservative-leaning vote, Republicans plus some independents who are sick of this mess, adds up to roughly 22 to 25%. If that vote consolidates behind Steve Hilton, he cruises into the top 2, and you get a real choice in November. But because of the split, Hilton stuck at 20 to 21%, Bianco draining 11 to 13%, and suddenly Tom Steyer slips right into second with 19 to 22%. Boom. 2 Democrats advance, Becerra and Steyer. No Republican on the November ballot. No opposition. Just a liberal coronation. Game over for any hope of real change. And what are Becerra and Steyer literally running on? The exact same proven policies that have already wrecked California. And they want to double down on them. More billions wasted on homelessness with zero results. More radical green mandates that drive gas prices through the roof. More soft on crime policies and revolving door justice. More erasing women's sports and basic biology. These aren't solutions, folks. These are the proven policies that will not only fail to fix California, they will make it dramatically worse. And the Democrat machine wants to give them a promotion for it. Steve Hilton has been crystal clear. He has said a vote for Bianco right now isn't a principled stand. It's a de facto vote for 2 Democrats and 4 more years of this disaster in the fall. The math doesn't lie. It doesn't care about your feelings. Chad Bianco is a tough lawman. Sheriff of Riverside County, stands up on sanctuary cities and Prop 47, respect for the badge, but this isn't about personal resumes. This is about winning. Steve Hilton has the momentum. He's Trump endorsed. He's got a clear Cal affordable plan that actually speaks to working families. He's run a great campaign. No state income tax on the first 100K of income or tips, slash the bureaucracy, deregulate housing, back the cops, protect parental rights, suspend the green mandates, killing your gas prices. Hilton is out there leading Save Girls sports rallies while Steyer cheers biological males beating girls in high school track, as he recently did with A.B. Hernandez, biological male. And this is Democrat derangement, erasing women's sports, erasing biology, erasing fairness for your daughters while real problems crush you. California, this is our 2016 moment. The elites scream, California is blue forever. Demographics are destiny. Baloney. Turnout is destiny. Anger at failure is destiny. In the LA mayor's race, surging outsider Spencer Pratt at 22% and climbing fast. He's a fed-up husband and father. He's run a great viral campaign. He's raised millions. He's endorsed by Joe Rogan and Dennis Quaid and Paris Hilton and many others, everyday Californians who are just done. He's got zero tolerance for encampments. He wants to fully fund LAPD. He wants real audits on every homelessness dollar that's sent into the black hole, the abyss of the industrial complex, where these NGOs are incentivized not to solve homelessness. He wants to fix the fire response. This is your Riordan-style results coming back. California Republicans and conservatives and fed-up independents, maybe even some Democrats. As a matter of fact, every Californian should vote like your state's survival depends on it, because it does. Now, uncomfortable question that needs to be addressed. What happens if the conservative vote stays split and Sheriff Chad Bianco pulls enough votes to keep Hilton out of the top 2? California gets 2 Democrats in November, and the one-party machine sails on with zero opposition. Ballots are in mailboxes. Many have already been submitted. More people are going to vote June 2nd. We've got to drag our neighbors and our families and our coworkers to the polls, and we have to tell them, this is our 2016. This is the revolution against decline. This is the reclamation of the California dream. They've had their turn, and they have failed miserably. Now it is your turn. It is our turn. And we do not want to squander this once-in-a-lifetime gift from the voting gods to rescue this state from despair. This is Drew Allen, the Left Coast Liberator, with the Daily Signal.